Hello, hello, and welcome. I am Portia Baxter, and this is the free masterclass that I'm going to teach you on how to get 100 or more leads per week on repeat with no paid ads, all organic. So I just wanted to say welcome and thank you for joining me. You could be anywhere doing anything, and you're choosing to spend these next few moments with me. So I think that's awesome, and I don't take that lightly, and I do want to honor your time. So I won't take too long on the intro, but really quick, I just want you to know that I commend you on your courage and your tenacity. I mean, it takes a lot of grit and strength to be an entrepreneur, so kudos to you for going after your dreams and sticking with it. I'm sure that you've probably had your ups and downs in business, and you've maybe even questioned or wondered if you should continue on. Maybe you just haven't seen the results that you wanted to see, or you've seen others who are doing the same amount of work as you and having better results and wondered why you're stuck. And so hopefully today I can equip you with some strategies and tools that can really help you accelerate things in your business. So what I'm going to share with you today really does have the power to turn your business into a lead generating machine. So no more struggling, no more wondering why others are having success and you're falling behind. So this really will change your life and change your business if you implement this system. So a little about me, if in case we've never met, and then we'll just dive right into the training because I know you didn't come here to hear my story. But I spent most of my life from age 12 to 28 being addicted to drugs and alcohol, kind of a mess. I thought I was going to die with a needle in my arm. That was just the destiny that I thought I was going to live out. And I really didn't think I was going to ever amount to anything much beyond a drug addict and an alcoholic. But I have been lucky and blessed enough to be able to escape that life and overcome those challenges and really turn my life around. And I've been able to become a better person and really find success in life and in business. And so coaching in the online space is what I do for my work. And then speaking and writing is what I do for my passion. So I've been able to do quite a bit of traveling, speaking, published a book, which was a ton of fun. So that's me in a nutshell. But for today's class, what we're going to focus on is my area of expertise in the online space, which is lead generation. And I'm sure this is going to be of a lot of value to you if you're taking the time out of your day to watch this training. So before we jump in, I would just encourage you to get rid of distractions, get yourself into a quiet place where the kids are settled with their snack or with their book or game or whatever. Grab a notebook so that you can take some notes and treat this. Honestly, I would just really encourage you to treat this like a private one-on-one coaching session. Act like you paid $1,000 for it, because that's the value of everything that I am going to be giving you today, everything that I'm going to share with you today. And I would challenge you to be an action taker. Don't just listen to this training and walk away and do nothing. So actually implement it, plug it in, do the work, because this system will start generating hundreds of leads every single week if you actually put it to work. So that's the key, is you have to actually do it. And so lastly, be sure you stay all the way till the end, because I do have something special for you at the end. So if you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. So let's dive in. So I'm going to share with you about 3 things today that can help you start generating a minimum of 100 leads. I'm talking possibly 200, 300, 500 leads per week in your business if you have that many hours in a week to work. I work very part-time hours, so I'm a stay-at-home mom with my kids, and so I have a pretty busy life with 3 littles. So these systems that I do work to bring in hundreds of leads with me working just maybe 5-ish hours a week. But if you have more time, certainly you can devote more time to generating more leads with these systems, absolutely. But so the first thing I would say is stop building your business and start building your brand. There are millions of people making noise, trying to sell in the online space, and you need to be set apart. So how do you do that? Branding. I mean, you can't just throw up a post and expect people to come running anymore. There's a book by Peter Montoya called The Brand Called You. And if you haven't read that book, which you probably haven't, go buy it off Amazon. It's probably like 10 or 15 bucks, and it's a really good investment. The Brand Called You. And he says in that book, but once you create a powerful, compelling personal brand, business comes to you instead of vice versa. A personal brand acts as a proxy self for you with the prospects and decision makers. It creates perceptions of positive value in the minds of your target audience and gives them reasons to work with you. Even when you're not around, it keeps you in people's minds, tells them how you create value, and puts you in the running for business. It makes you a player. I absolutely love that quote, especially the part where he says, even when you're not around, it keeps you in people's minds, telling them you create value. That is so powerful. And that's exactly what a good brand can do. It's like, even when you're not there, your brand is still being remembered in people's minds and telling people that you create things of value. And that's what a really, really good brand can do. So you really need to take some time and develop your own personal brand. And this is a really big shift from people who are in network marketing, especially because you've probably just been selling products that are somebody else's brand, your company's. And what I'm suggesting is that you take a little bit of time and create basically your own company. What is your company? What is your personal brand? And this might be a bit of a shift for you. You probably haven't thought about that before. Like, what is my personal brand? But what I'm talking about is kind of like a bigger umbrella that sits above your company. And maybe your company's products are just one stream of income coming from your umbrella, but you have multiple streams of income. So let me give you an example. If you do your research and look at a lot of the top earners across other network marketing companies, a lot of them, I would say 99%, have created their own personal brand that has absolutely nothing to do with their company. Like, take Sarah Robbins, for example. She's branded herself as a coach and as a coach who develops leaders, right? But we know that she is in skincare. Okay, if you look at her website, it doesn't say anything about skincare. Like, you can't buy skincare products. She doesn't talk about skincare. She talks about leadership training and network marketing coaching, and you can, buy her book, and you can buy her coaching program and her membership program. And there's absolutely nothing about skincare on her website. Why? Because skincare isn't her brand. Leadership development is her brand. And so I would ask you, what could your personal brand be? And that's what you need to figure out. So this is sometimes easier for people who are coaches, consultants, course creators, because they're like, oh, I already know what my brand is. I help these people create this and that result or whatever. But this is something that people, even in network marketing especially, can do as well. So this doesn't apply just to one specific group of coaches, consultants, or course creators. This applies to everyone. Everyone online can create their own personal brand, and I highly recommend that you do. Because building a personal brand is really going to capture the attention of your ideal client, and it also helps you narrow down exactly who it is that you want to serve and work with. I mean, everyone is not your prospect. The whole world is too big of a number of people to try to reach. You need to narrow it down to who you actually want to serve and work with. So you can't say that the whole world is your prospect. That doesn't work. You need to niche down. And so another aspect of a brand is that customers really these days want to feel seen, heard, and known. And branding can make mass communication feel a lot more personal and intimate, so that a customer is like, wow, they really get me. They really understand me. Like, I feel like they just read my journal. Or like, how do they know that that's what I struggle with? Or these are the problems that I'm dealing with. And wow, they have this amazing solution that can really help me with my problems. So getting personal branding set up is super important, and I would highly recommend that you take some time to zoom out from whatever it is that you're promoting or selling to create an actual personal brand around yourself. So first thing you need to do to start generating more leads and the right leads who are niched down just for you, is to create and develop your personal brand. Number 2, and this is really, really important, is create a lead magnet and a sales funnel to attract your ideal customer or client. Okay, I want you to listen in here. If you're not using a lead magnet and a sales funnel to build your email list, then literally pause your calendar, pause your work, stop everything you're doing, and start setting this up for your business ASAP. Because if you're just relying on posting to social media, you are literally losing out on sales every single day. And let me show you why. Let's say Zoe is sitting home on a Friday night. Let's say Zoe's 35 and single and maybe gained a few extra pounds when COVID hit, because, lots of people did. And she's sitting at home on a Friday night and she's just watching Netflix and she's snuggling with her dog. and scrolling through her phone at the same time, and she scrolls through and she sees one of your posts for this fat burning product that you sell. And she's like, oh man, I really need to burn some fat, so maybe I should check out this product. But then all of a sudden on her feed, here comes somebody who just had a baby and they're posting their cute baby pictures. And then she gets really excited about her friend who just had the baby. And then all of a sudden the Netflix show gets like super interesting and dramatic. And then somebody walks by outside, a package delivery person, and her dog starts barking and all this stuff is going on. And suddenly you've lost Zoe, right? Like she's not paying attention to your post anymore. She's not, she has no, you lost her. So what a good lead magnet could have done in that same amount of time was grabbed Zoe's attention, and it could have compelled her to enter her name and email in exchange for the lead magnet, which would have been something that that Zoe would really, really want, which would then move her off of social media and onto your email list, where she could then begin the customer journey with you and eventually be turned into a loyal, happy customer, hopefully a repeat customer. So maybe the lead magnet could have been something such as 10 foods to eat that burn fat fast. And you could have offered Zoe in a post, hey, if you're looking to burn fat fast, check out this free guide I have, 10 foods to eat to burn fat fast. Click here to download it. And then she clicks there and it takes her to a place where she can just enter her name and email really super quick. And then she just downloads the guide and boom, she gets it. And then you have her on your list. So this is an amazing filter because we know that if Zoe wants to burn fat, and she's telling you she does by entering her email information, then we know that she's an amazing candidate for our fat burning supplement because she's already told you by raising her hand for the lead magnet that she wants to burn fat. So now we have strategically separated her from the rest of the people on social media who don't want to have anything to do with fat burners. And she's saying, I love the idea of burning fat. I want to burn fat. I'm raising my hand trying to find out how to burn fat. So now we know that she's an incredible prospect for your fat burning supplement. Now she's on our email list. Now we get to nurture her. Now we get to do what we can to convert her into a customer or a client. So this is how a lead magnet works. Essentially, you're just offering something to someone that's quite juicy and compelling in exchange for their email. And we've all done this. We've all signed up for something and then given our email and then gotten whatever the thing was in our inbox. And then we've received a series of emails from someone and they wanted to sell us whatever they wanted to sell us. And whether or not you bought, that's, whatever happened, but that's exactly what a sales funnel is. So I know you've been taken through this process from somebody else's funnel. Now it's your turn to build this funnel so that you can have customers, leads, prospects, and sales coming through your pipeline right away. So I want to talk about the lead magnet for a minute, okay? This is not something that you want to skimp on and throw together in a hot second. Like, you definitely want it to be something really juicy, really compelling. I mean, asking people to just sign up for your newsletter or for updates, really doesn't cut it these days. It's got to be something a little bit more exciting. And as far as the content itself, I would really caution you, don't make it full of fluff. Make it something really, really good. Put in some good effort, some time, some research, some energy, some work. Make sure it's done really well with really good graphic design and really good branding, right on brand, and over deliver. Okay. Remember, this is your first impression with a new potential client or customer. So please do not disappoint with your lead magnet. If it's overly simple or super underwhelming, you're going to lose credibility with that prospect right away. And they might even just get whatever the lead magnet was and then just instantly unsubscribe because they feel so let down by whatever it was. So make it really awesome, wow them, go the extra mile. And then once they, put in their name and email, you want to have an automation system set up so that your freebie gets delivered to them on autopilot so that obviously you don't have to sit there and send people on your own. Each person who signs up you have to manually go in there and send an email. So you want to figure out, some sort of system for delivering the freebie so that they can, have that automatically when they sign up. And I love the program MailerLite. That's what I actually use, but there's tons of good programs out there. So, and, once you have that email on your list, you can start to strategically make offers. And I'm going to share a little bit more about this later, but I actually created a course called the Online Business Accelerator. And in this course, it actually walks you through step by step on how to create your lead magnet, that opt-in page where they can type in their name and email, and the success page once they have typed in their name and email. And then it walks you through step by step on how to create the follow-up sequence emails in your sales funnel so that you can start bringing in new leads and start converting them into paying customers and clients. And this funnel works for any person building a business online. So whether you're a coach, consultant, direct sales, network marketing, anything, this funnel will start working to generate leads and generate clients for you. So a good funnel alone can bring in hundreds of leads every single week to your business. Now just imagine what would happen if you had hundreds of people coming in every single week, wanting what you have. Like, that's amazing. I don't know where you're at in your business right now. You might be struggling, sending a lot of DMs and trying to get people interested, and getting a lot of people ghosting you and not listening to you and who just aren't interested in what you have. But a lead magnet is going to start attracting people who want what you have, and you're going to have a much higher percentage of conversion rate of people who are actually buying what you have to offer because they've already been primed for your offer when they signed up for your lead magnet. So I know it can sound kind of intimidating to build something new and to do something with like a different strategy than what you've been used to, but I can promise you that the reason why people use funnels and lead magnets is because they work. And the Online Business Accelerator walks you through step by step the easy setup so that literally anybody can do it. I'm not super tech savvy, and I was easily able to set it up. So, and here's one of the biggest benefits of using a lead magnet in a funnel. So let me just ask you this and be honest. When you're watching a YouTube video and an ad comes on, are you watching the countdown like a hawk, like 3, 2, 1, skip ad, and you're just like so excited when you can finally skip the ad because you don't want to see that ad. Like, you didn't come there to watch the ads. You came there for whatever video you wanted to watch in the first place. And so much of what so many people are posting online these days has really great intention, but it becomes like that ad that people want to skip because essentially it just says, here's my product, buy it. And I think people are so tired of people trying to sell them stuff online, honestly. But with a lead magnet, you're not asking anybody to buy anything from you. You're actually providing value. And you're saying, here, I have something to give you. And you're literally just saying, hey, I have something for free that can help you. So if you want it, here you go. Rather than asking for a sale, you're offering value. You're leading with value. And the best part is you're getting people off social media and onto your list. So you no longer have to battle with any algorithms and wonder, are people seeing this post? Are they not seeing the post? I just need to get a little bit more comments and engagement, or, throwing a message out to your group asking for a boost or asking for some likes and comments. Because when you have someone's email, it's not a gamble whether or not it's going to land in their inbox. It is. I mean, you can't control whether or not they open it, but as long as you're sending value-packed content that's really going to, appeal to them, you can bet they're going to read your emails. So once you get your list growing, rather than getting on the DMs and taking 3 hours to send 50 messages to a bunch of prospects, you have a group that all opted in for your freebie. And you can take 15 or 20 minutes to craft one email and send it to all of them at once. So maybe you have 500 on your email list, or maybe you've built it to 1,500. And imagine how long it would take to send that many DMs. Like, that would take so long. But if you had one email group and you take 15 or 20 minutes and write one email, you can send it to that whole group, and boom, 1,500 people get your email in 15 minutes. I mean, that is amazing. And of course, you want to be strategic with how you nurture your list and what you offer and how often you offer as far as products and services. And I do cover all of that in the Online Business Accelerator. So all your questions will probably get answered by taking that course. But, if you don't take anything else away from this training, I really just want you to take away the fact that you need to have a super juicy lead magnet and sales funnel and start building a nice, healthy email list for your business. That is going to be the number one thing that you can do to start generating leads and sales into your business. And the nice thing about it, you guys, is that a sales funnel works while you're sleeping. So once you press play, the funnel, the email is automatic. So people are getting the emails and you're sleeping, or you're at the gym, or you're playing with your kids, or you're getting a massage. And then all of a sudden you're making sales while you're not even working. So that is the beauty of a good running funnel. All right, so let's move on to my third lead generating machine, and then we will wrap it up. So number 3, last but definitely not least, is Facebook groups. Okay, so yes, they are still very much alive, very active, very growing, very much profitable. So Facebook groups are a goldmine, and they are amazing for generating new leads into your business. So what's really cool is if you can get your group growing and engaging, Facebook has a function where it will actually promote it for you. So it will suggest your group to your ideal prospect, which is so awesome. So I have new people joining my group every single day that I didn't recruit, and I don't know where they're coming from. Well, actually, I do know where they're coming from. Facebook is promoting my group to them in their suggested groups. It just says, like, when I go on Facebook and I'm in groups, it says, like, oh, groups you might like, and then, like, a few groups come up. And so random other people have my group in their groups you might like, and then they're checking it out, and they're like, hey, I do like this group, so they join. So if you're on Facebook and you're using it to generate leads, you need to be leading a group. Now, to clarify, for you network marketers, I'm not talking about a VIP group, okay? In my personal, and I'm trying not to be snarky about this, my humble opinion, VIP groups are pretty much not worth your time. Unless you're generating 4 figures a month from your VIP group, keep it going. If it's working for you, awesome, and prove me wrong. But I think generally, I don't think people want to go to Facebook to be sold. They really just don't. I get lots of invitations that are like, join Amanda's Norwex group. And I'm like, probably not, And I think most people probably don't want to join those types of groups because they know they're just going to get a bunch of like promotions, which feels kind of like spam to people. And that's not why people go to social media. People go to social media because it's been a long day and they've been stressed and work is hard and they just want to sit down and relax and give themselves a break and do something fun and relaxing. And I don't think they want to really go and see some commercials and be sold stuff. And so you have to be a little bit more strategic in 2022 with what you're going to do when you're online. And so I don't recommend a VIP group to people. Rather, I would invite an interest group, okay? So what I'm talking about is an interest group that unites people around a common interest. It has a more generic name. It doesn't include your name or the name of any company, but it would be something that a random person looking for a group to join might want to join. So let's bring it back to Zoe, right? 35 years old, had gained a couple pounds in the whole COVID thing, and she's wanting to lose some weight. Do you think that like Zoe online would just want to like join Amanda's Herbalife group? Probably not. Why? Because Zoe doesn't know Amanda and she doesn't want to be sold any Herbalife. But she might join a group called Losing Weight in Your 30s, right? Because she's in her 30s, she wants to lose weight. She might be curious to know what's working for other women who are in their 30s who are also on the same journey as her. Does that make sense? So what you'd want to do is you would want to start a group called Losing Weight in Your 30s. If your ideal target market, you could even get even closer, even more specific and say women losing weight in their 30s. And if that's who your ideal client is, women in their 30s who want to lose weight, you could name your group that. Women losing weight in their 30s. And that's who you could go after. And you could literally pump out a ton of valuable content for women in their 30s. And so in this interest group, you're coming in as, an authority. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be a personal trainer, a certified nutritionist, a health coach, or anything like that. You could just be a researcher. You could just be somebody who's willing to look up stuff on Google and share the information that they find with other people. And you can say that to people. You can say, I know I'm not a certified dietitian, but I am a researcher, and here's what the research shows. Like, put that out there. And you can talk about popular diet plans, like to keto or not to keto, does intermittent fasting work? What are the top 10 fat burning supplements, and then talk about why yours is better than all of them. Throw that in there once in a while. Or you could talk about, if you sell health and wellness stuff, you could talk about your probiotics and stuff like that. Or if you are a health coach or a fitness coach, you could talk about your weight loss program when you do, plug your business. And so what you want to do is jump in that group and, provide some valuable content, but then every once in a while sprinkle in your offer. I hope that makes sense. So you want to keep the name more general so that it's inviting to more people, because remember, Herbalife with Amanda is going to turn everyone away, but losing weight in your 30s is going to invite everyone in their 30s who wants to lose weight into that group. So like me, I call my group Entrepreneurs in Action. So what that means is if you're an entrepreneur and you're an action taker, that you want to be in my group and you want to learn what other entrepreneurs who are also action takers are up to, what strategies they're using, how are they networking, how are they marketing, how are they moving, how are they shaking, that type of thing. So my group doesn't say anything about my name or anything like that. So pick a general name for your group that's very inviting to your ideal market. Make the cover photo look really nice with some branded artwork. Canva is really great for that. They even have like templates that are just for Facebook covers, so they're like sized to the right, whatever they call it. I don't know, I can't think of the word. Anyway, whatever. They're the right size. But then you want to show up in your group and you want to post daily in the group and bring valuable content that your ideal audience would want to hear and establish yourself as a credible authority. Remember, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be, 100 steps ahead of everybody else. Maybe just 1 or 2 or 3 steps ahead. What value can you bring? What can you coach people on? What can you mentor on? What have you accomplished that you can share? What have you learned? What do you know? What have you researched? You don't have to know it all, but you can know something and you can bring value and you can share that. So establish yourself in this group as a credible authority. You also want to just show your personality and allow people to know, like, and trust you. Just build rapport, build community, encourage engagement with polls and questions, and do not worry about numbers, okay? Numbers are just vanity metrics. Like, you can literally do just as well in terms of profiting if you have 250 people in your group as you can with 2,500 people in your group. If you have 250 well-engaged ideal members, that's even better than 2,500 members who aren't engaged, who are there to just boost your metrics. So you definitely don't want to just fill your group with anyone and everyone. So when you're inviting people, do not go to your post, your wall, or your friends list, please, and just click invite all, because you don't just want everybody and anybody in your group. You really want to fill it with your ideal client. And remember, there are thousands of groups for people to choose from on Facebook. So you want to make sure to really put the time into making yours a place that people really want to come back to. And then remember, when you post, to keep things consistent with your brand. So your colors, your fonts, your voice, your tone, your values, all of that. And I recommend creating a content calendar or having some kind of social media strategy so you're not having to come up with ideas on the fly every single day, because trust me, your creative juices are going to stop flowing and you'll run out of ideas. So plan ahead a little bit, map out a general idea of what you'll post on which days, and then kind of use that as a framework. And it's also really good to make regular pauses for checkpoints and just ask yourself, like, is this working? And to put this in a practical example, I remember a time when my group was going pretty well. It was growing. I think I had grown it to maybe like 1,000 people, and I was really excited about that. But it was not getting good engagement. Like, I would post something every day and I would get likes and comments on it, I guess, but I was like the only one posting in my group every single day, and no one ever else posted anything. And that wasn't the culture that I, particularly wanted in my group. I wanted people to like post stuff. Like if they had a yummy meal, post a picture of it, or if they had a question about, whatever, like post, just pictures about it. And, or, I just wanted other people to post things in my group. And, so I had to do some creative work to make it a place where people felt like they had permission to use their voice. And now it's a lot more engaging and a lot more fun that I'm not the only one doing all the talking. So, a lot of it is honestly trial and error in trying to figure out exactly what works for you and your target audience. But when you figure out what's working, keep doing that. And when you assess and something's not working, have no qualms with just stop doing it, because if it's not working, then it's a waste of your time. So, and then as far as generating leads, like when new people come into your group, absolutely strike up a conversation with them. Like ask them questions, see if they're interested in any of your products or services. Like if they're joining your group, that's a warm lead. Like that's not a cold DM. Like you could reach out and say, hey, saw that you joined my group. Super excited to have you here. Ask them some questions about themselves and just see if there's any way that you can serve them. Do they need products? Do they need coaching services? Do they need anything? Is there any way that they can help? Do they want to jump on a call with you? Anything like that. So, Facebook has a cool people tab where you can see all of your members and when they've joined, and you can send a friend request right there from the tab, and you can send messages. So I cover all of this in a lot more depth in the Online Business Accelerator, which I'm about to share more about with you, more details about. So just hang tight. But those are basically the 3 ways that I've consistently brought in hundreds of leads into my business every single week. So number 1, utilizing the magnetic power of a compelling personal brand. Number 2, my lead magnet and sales funnel. And number 3, my Facebook group. I actually have 2 Facebook groups. So I get a lot of leads and sales, clients and customers out of those groups. And so I know I just kind of scratched the surface on these things. I didn't want the training to be 3 hours long, because I know none of you have 3 hours to sit here and watch a training. So I wanted to keep it short and sweet, specific, right to the point, and direct, and give you guys just kind of those 3 bullet points to give you a taste of, what a good strategy looks like. But as I said, I know it's just scratching the surface. If you are listening to this training and you're like, wow, okay, I haven't been doing these strategies in my business, but I really think that this is good advice and these strategies would probably help my business grow, then you need to take my course, the Online Business Accelerator. This is for you if you're like, yes, I need all of this in my business, because we walk through branding, we walk through sales funnel training, and we walk through how to build a profitable Facebook group. So if you're like, I need all of this in my business, but I just don't know where to start, and I kind of need somebody to walk with me step by step as I figure it all out, then the Online Business Accelerator is made for you. So I remember when I first started my business, and I watched so many trainings just like this, like, maybe half an hour long of my time. And I loved the content that these coaches would give me, and I felt like I was learning so much, and I had so much to learn when I was first starting, and there was so many different strategies and things that people were teaching on, and I just would learn so much from these coaches, and then they would invite me to work with them, and it would be like a $5,000 coaching program, and I'd be like, okay, wow, and I'd feel so defeated because I didn't have $5,000 to invest in a coach. I was just starting my business, I started a business because I needed to make money. I didn't have $5,000 to spend on a coach. So I just felt like, man, that stinks. I really know that this is what I need for my business, but I just can't afford $5,000 to pay a coach. So I would always have to pass on the offer. And I promised myself, because I knew I wanted to be a coach someday. I knew, first of all, I needed to build a successful business. And then I knew after I built a successful business to become a coach, to coach others in how to build a business. I knew I wanted to be generous as a coach and not overcharge people for my services, and to make my services really accessible to people. I even thought about at one point starting a nonprofit to just make everything that I create 100% free so that people could have it for no charge. So just so you know, my heart is really to be as generous as I possibly can. and to help as many people as I possibly can. So what I have for you today is not $5,000, I can promise you that. But let me talk to you about the Online Business Accelerator so that you can decide if it's what you need to turn your business around. So the Online Business Accelerator walks you through everything you need to turn your business into a thriving lead generating machine. So you're going to learn how to develop your personal brand, like I talked about in this training, how to establish yourself as an authority and grow that tribe of loyal followers, and how to run your lead generating systems on autopilot so you have more time to actually live your life and enjoy it. So you're no longer a slave to your phone. You're no longer a slave to social media. You actually have systems and automation in place so that you can just go and enjoy your life. So it contains 3 trainings. The first one is Brand Like a Boss, which covers everything you need to know to develop your personal brand. And then we have the Lead Magnet and Sales Funnel Setup, which walks you through step-by-step, easy how to set up a lead magnet and simple sales funnel to start generating hundreds of leads and sales every single week in your sleep. And then the last one is an extremely in-depth, and I just updated this training, so it's up to date for 2022, very current on Facebook groups. It's brand new, teaches you how to create the group, how to name it, how to grow it, what to post, how to promote it, and then how to actually monetize it, make money and profit from your Facebook group. And the Online Business Accelerator also comes with 2 bonuses. In case you're not 100% sure on this whole lead magnet thing, it's a brand new idea to you, you don't know what you would do for yours, I came up with a list of 100 lead magnet ideas and examples to help get you inspired. So you can look through this list and you can take it and get inspired to know, okay, this is what I'll do for my lead magnet. And so you can get some direction on what to do for your lead magnet. And then I'm also created, as a second bonus, the 30-day content planner for your social media, for your Facebook group social media. So it lays out simple content posts for a whole month. It's the exact posting strategy that I use in my Facebook group. This helped me to go from 0 in sales to 4-figure sales in 1 month from my Facebook group when I first started out in business. And that's working part-time hours, so 5-ish hours a week. So in case you aren't sure what to post inside this new interest group that you're going to create, I've got your first 30 days of content all planned out for you. So you're covered there. So let me just walk you through pricing so that you can decide if this course is worth investing for you in your business right now. So I'm going to tell you the real world value of what these trainings would cost if you were to purchase them one by one. So Brand Like a Boss is valued at $37. The Profitable Facebook group training is valued at $97. And the Lead Magnet and Sales Funnel training, that one's valued at $297. So that one's actually very in-depth. I mean, to get a coach to walk you through everything that it takes to set up a sales funnel is extremely expensive. And this is a very highly in-demand, very valuable training. So that's a steal of a deal to get that for $297. Then the 2 bonuses, the 100 Lead Magnet Ideas is valued at, again, $47. And the bonus of 1 month of social media content is also valued at $47. And then you also get lifetime access to our private Facebook group for support. So if I were to add up the real world value of all of those bonuses, it would be $525. So that's what it would cost if you were to go to my store and check out all of these items one by one. But I'm not going to charge you $525 for all of this. I know that you're watching this training because your business isn't where you want it to be. And so you probably don't have $500 lying around that you're ready to invest in your business. Chances are that's just a little bit more than probably what feels comfortable for you to want to invest. And I totally get that. So what I did was I ran all the numbers and I asked myself, what is the lowest price that I could charge for all of this value and to really make it a no-brainer for my customers? And so what I'm able to do is I'm able to offer you all of this value today for your business for just $197, which really is a steal of a deal. So I'm excited to bring this training to you, and I'm excited to bring this course to you. I've put a ton of heart, soul, blood, sweat, and tears into it. And I know that it's going to be something that's really going to help, to catapult your business into generating more sales and leads and paying customers and clients. I think that if you're ready to invest in your business and start bringing in hundreds of leads every week and making sales while you sleep, that this is probably the lowest price on the market that you can find for the value that you are going to get. I'm telling you, it is literally, I'm over delivering. You will not get this kind of value in a training anywhere else. It is amazing. And I know coaches that are charging thousands of dollars to teach stuff like this in their programs. So anyway, I just wanted to share that in this masterclass, those 3 strategies, and make you an offer for the training. And I also do have a coupon for $20 off if you use the code Masterclass. So feel free to use that code in the checkout. And I will provide a link. If you're watching this video on YouTube, there will be a link to the checkout page for the Online Business Accelerator in the description on YouTube. If you're watching this on Facebook, you can check the comments and there will be a link to the checkout page for the Online Business Accelerator in the comments. And if you are seeing this video in your email, you can check the box below and there will be a link that will take you right to the checkout page for the Online Business Accelerator, where you can read all about what comes with the course and make your purchase there. And so don't forget, $20 off with the coupon Masterclass just for checking out this course. And I'm super excited for you, and hopefully you'll take this step and invest in your business. I hope you enjoyed today's masterclass, got a ton of value. Thanks for joining me, and have a great rest of your day.